Hello, third graders. Welcome to lesson 6.5. Today we're going to be talking about shapes and polygons and quadrilaterals. And this is my second attempt at this video. I shot the entire first time. I did the entire video and then realized that something had gone wrong with the recording. So every once in a while, you'll probably see me check down here to make sure that it's still recording on this video. All right, our first activity here is to look around the room and find 3 examples of polygons. But before we do that, we better check to see if we remember what a polygon is. What is a polygon? A polygon is any shape that meets a few characteristics. The one that is one of the most forgotten is that a polygon has to have all straight sides, right? So a circle is not a polygon. A polygon also has to be closed. So this right here, that's not a polygon because see, it's open on this side here. So a polygon has to be closed. And a polygon also can't have any lines that are crossed, right? So you see how I crossed these 2 line segments, and then a polygon, right, can't have these extra pieces. So a polygon is really the shapes that we're pretty used to, like a triangle. Here's a triangle, right? Or let's see, there's a rectangle. We can get into ones with more sides, like a hexagon. And so what I want you to do is to look around your room. Let's start by finding one example of a polygon. What do you see around the room? All right, one polygon that I see is right in front of me on my computer screen. The screen is the shape of a rectangle. Let's go for another one. Look around the room and tell me about something else. All right, so these are examples of polygons. When we talk about the attributes, you see that word right here. Attributes are things that are true about polygons. So an attribute of this hexagon is that it has 6 sides. An attribute of this rectangle is that it has 2 pairs of parallel sides. So that's, remember, just a little bit of a reminder of some of the words that we have talked about here. Our goal here, our objective will be to construct some quadrilaterals. In particular, we're going to be looking at rhombuses, rectangles, and squares. Is that the plural for rhombus? Rhombuses? Is it rhombi? I don't think so, but it could be. Sorry if that's not right. All right, so let's look. Quadrilateral. Now, we have 5 words here, and these are important math geometry words, words about shapes. And in order to be able to describe these different shapes, we need to make sure we know what these mean. Now, one thing you can do, if you would like with me, is to jot these down in your math notebook and write down some of these definitions, right? You can always check back in the video, but some people will find writing this down very helpful. A quadrilateral. All right, a quadrilateral. Do you remember it has a certain number of sides? How many sides on a quadrilateral? A quadrilateral is a shape with, did you say 4? 4 sides. Okay, any shape that has 4 sides is a quadrilateral. Now, some quadrilaterals are parallelograms. And so a parallelogram is going to have 2 sets of parallel sides. I'm going to give you an example in a moment here. 2 sets of parallel sides. So remember the word parallel. Parallel is going to mean they're going to go the same direction and never cross. See, those are parallel. And these are parallel. Okay? We can have parallel go this way as well. See how these never are going to cross, even if they keep going forever and ever. So a parallelogram has the top and the bottom are parallel, and the 2 sides are also parallel. Right? An example that is not a parallelogram is a trapezoid. Right? A trapezoid looks like this here. And if you look at this is not a parallelogram because this side right here, that's parallel to that, right? But look at these. Look at these. Are those parallel? No, right? Those are not going the same direction. Those are going to meet somewhere up here. Okay, so we have parallel. Some shapes that have parallel sides. If it has two pairs of parallel sides, it is a parallelogram. If you have a rhombus is a shape with four equal sides. And you might be thinking, wait, that's a square. Well, kind of. That's part of a square. A rhombus has four equal sides. Now, you used to call this a diamond. But now it's always been a rhombus. Hey, but we're going to use the correct math name. This is a rhombus. See, this side is equal to this side, is equal to this side, is equal to this side. So any shape with four equal sides is a rhombus. All right, rectangle. You're thinking, well, Mr. White, I know what a rectangle is. It's that long, skinny, that long thing like that. Okay, but do you know what a rectangle is? Okay, I know you know that picture of one, but the definition of a rectangle is a shape with four right angles. I lost my square, and there we go. So when we say right angles, we've talked about these too, right? It's these corners that look like square corners. There's 1, 2. These are 90 degrees is the measurement of these. Not the heat, not how hot they are. 3 and 4. Okay, so 4 right angles. What a square has is this. It has both of these two things. Okay, a square has 4 equal sides, yes, and 4 right angles. And if you're thinking, well, wait a minute, so is a square also a rectangle? Yes, it is. In fact, a square is also a rhombus because it has 4 equal sides. A square is also a parallelogram because it has the top and bottom are parallel and the two sides are parallel. And a square is also a quadrilateral. Wow, you can see how these can get kind of confusing, which is why I suggest making sure to look back at the video or if you're not jotting things down today. All right, I would like you to open up in your math journal to page 197. And let's check and make sure, are we still recording? Oh, we are. I'm so happy. Now, this page suggests that we use straws and twist ties to create the shape. If you have straws and little twist ties like that come around a bread bag, you can certainly do that. I'm going to assume that most people, if you're watching this at home, don't have those materials, but you can do that for sure. And what we're going to do here is to make 3 shapes. Our first one is to make a rhombus that is not a square. All right, what's a rhombus? A rhombus is a shape with 4 equal sides. Right? You used to call a rhombus a diamond. Okay, so we can take a diamond, and you can build this with straws, or you can draw it here with me. I'm going to draw a sideways diamond. All right, you can draw that kind of diamond, rhombus, or this type of rhombus. Okay, but we've drawn a rhombus that is not a square. In order to be a square, it has to have these 4 equal sides, but also 4 right angles. Number 2, make a quadrilateral. What did that mean again? Quadrilateral. 4 sides, right? Just 4 sides. That is both a parallelogram and a rhombus. Okay, so to make a parallelogram, remember, here was parallel. I have to have, so this is like a set of parallel sides. This is another set. I need to use 2 sets of parallel sides. So what is a shape that you think I could draw that would be a parallelogram and a rhombus? Okay, there's 2 correct answers. You could draw a rhombus. I could draw this and just put one down here. Okay, or I could draw a square. Now, why can I draw a square? Well, a square is a parallelogram. How do I know? This side and this side are parallel. And this side and this side are parallel. That's two sets. And it's a rhombus because it has four equal sides. All right, number 3 is to make a different quadrilateral. So go ahead and draw any shape that we haven't drawn so far that has 4 equal sides. Okay, and as long as yours has 4 equal sides, it's correct. You can even draw a weird one. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a quadrilateral because it has 4 equal sides. But yours can look like anything you want. Now we're going to write at least 3 attributes. So I want you to write down, look at your shape, and tell me 3 things that are true for your shape. Take a moment, write those down for number 4. All right, those are your attributes. Now, what are you going to be doing independently? You are going to be working on HomeLink 6.5. Okay, and you can see that you have a very similar task here to draw some of the shapes that match these descriptions, and then some practice problems down at the bottom. So looking, right, if you're thinking, oh, what's a parallelogram? What's a rhombus? If you're forgetting those, they're available here in this video. If you jotted them down, they're in your notebook. They're also available in your math SRB, right, which you can access online to know what these words mean. That's something that we're focusing on today. All right. HomeLink 6.5. If you have any questions about quadrilaterals or parallelograms or whatever it is that you're working on, please reach out and let me know. And good luck. Yay, it kept recording.